we have talked about earlier, that cybersecurity refers to the practice of protecting systems, networks, and data from cyber threats such as hacking, malware, phishing, and data breaches. In today's digital world, where sensitive information is constantly encharged online, cybersecurity is crucial for individuals, businesses, and government. Effective cybersecurity measures help prevent financial losses, protect personal and corporate data, ensure privacy, and maintain trust in digital services. As cyber threats continue to evolve, staying informed and adopting strong security practices such as using strong passwords, enabling multi-factor authentication, and regularly updating softwares is essential to safeguard digital assets. Cybersecurity have a lot of terminologies which are necessary to be understood. So let's talk about some technical terminologies which are related to cybersecurity, and the person who is connected to cybersecurity should know about it. So simply, first one is the cloud. Now, cloud computing is a complete technology. You can say a separate technology, but simply here also it is necessary to be understood because everything in today's era is on cloud. So cloud computing is the delivery of computer services including servers, storage, databases, networking, softwares, analytics, and intelligence over the internet to offer faster innovation, flexible resources, and economic scale. So, a technology that allow us to access our files and services through the internet from anywhere in the world. Technically speaking, it's a collection of computers with large storage capacity that remotely serve requests. So, from wherever you want, you can access your data and the computing power with the help of the cloud computing. Then software is simply the collection of multiple programs, a set of programs that tell the computer to perform a task, and these instructions are compiled into a package used for different purposes, and user can install it on the system. Like Microsoft Office is a software. So software is basically collection of multiple programs, multiple you can say like set of instructions. Like one program is set of instruction, and multiple programs means set of programs make a software. Then comes the domain. So domain, as you know that there the concept of domain is which is simply when you like host your website. So there is domain name, that is another. But here when we talk about domain, so simply it is the group of computers, printer devices that are interconnected and governed as a whole. Simply, when multiple systems are connected to each other in such a manner that they are able to share resources and data information, they are interconnected. So, simply, it will be considered to be a domain. For example, your computer is usually a part of domain at your workplace because there are multiple other computers, servers, printers connected to each other. So, simply, it is kind of a domain. Then simply the IP address comes into the picture. So IP address, now here the IP address and domain name system DNS are the two concepts which are necessary to be understood. So like the names of the websites are domain names where you have simply the entire name in alphabetical order in alphabets. But IP address on the it is known as the Internet Protocol address, and it is a unique number that identifies a device on the internet. It allows devices to communicate with each other by sending the and receiving the data. So IP address is numeric in format, and there are two types of IP addresses. It is divided into two types. You can say IPv4, like IP version 4, and IPv6. So simply IP address is the unique identifying number assigned to every device connected to the internet. And IP address is simply numeric label assigned to the devices, you can say, on the internet to communicate. So the internet version of home address of your computer, which is identified with its when it communicates over the network. So that number will be actually the identity, the address of your computer over the network. Then simply the VPN, the virtual private network. So VPN is simply, you can say, arrangement, like where you will be able to securely access the internet. Like VPN is basically the virtual private network, and it establishes the digital connection between your computer and the remote server owned by the VPN provider. And it create a point to point tunnel that encrypts your personal data, masks your IP address, and lets your sidestep website block and firewall on the internet. So simply, it is a tool that allows the user to remain anonymous while using the internet by masking the location and encrypting the traffic. Like when we talk about why VPN or what VPN is used for, so simply VPN creates a private network connection between devices through the internet. Private network it creates. And VPNs are used to safely and anonymously transmit data over the public network. So they work by masking the user's IP address and encrypting data. So it's unreadable by anyone not authorized to receive it. You can say it is for the personal security purposes, not for crimes. Okay. Then the exploit, which I have already talked about before also. So exploit, if I talk about in cybersecurity, so simply it is a malicious application, like a malicious application or script, you can say. So like exploit is kind of a piece of code or program that takes advantage of a system security flaws or vulnerabilities. Exploits are often used to install malware or launch attacks. Then the breach, when the exploit is happened, then it is known as breach. So simply in cybersecurity, breach refers to a situation where unauthorized access is gained to sensitive information on a computer. Essentially, meaning someone has broken into a system and potentially stolen or compromised data like passwords, personal details, or financial information. And it's often used, you can say, interchangeably by data with data breach. Either you call it breach or you call it data breach. So the moment a hacker successfully exploits a vulnerability in a computer or device and gain access, that is known as breach. Then the firewall. So it is very important component actually. So firewall is a network security device that monitor and controls traffic between the network and the internet. And firewall is a vital part of network security also, protecting against unauthorized access and cyber threats. So firewall basically inspect data packets and decide whether to allow or block them. And firewall can be configured to block traffic from specific IP addresses and ports or protocols. Firewall can also inspect encrypted traffic for threats. So simply, it is a defensive technology designed to keep a bad guy out. Simply, firewall can be hardware or software based. So they provide like prevents the unauthorized user from accessing private networks and prevents the hackers and other threats from stealing sensitive data and also help us to protect against harmful activities and potential threats. Then the malware, which is like the malicious software, you can say. Like malware is a software that it is intentionally designed to harm a computer, network, or server. And it can be called malicious software because malware is a kind of short form of malware, like malicious software, you can say. Like malware, like you can say how malware is used. Cyber criminals use malware to steal sensitive information, and they can disrupt operations, they can gain unauthorized access, and they can damage ransom like demand ransoms from the individuals or the organizations even. And there are different types of malwares like virus, worm, ransomware, adware, spyware, like fileless malwares are also there. There are different types. Then the virus. So let's talk about virus. So in cybersecurity, virus is a type of malware itself that can spread between the computers and damage softwares and data. And viruses can be malicious programs that copy themselves and infect the computer without the user's knowledge actually. So via email, it can come through hard disks, through USB drives, from compromised application softwares or application stores. So they can be coming from different sources. And the signs, if you say that what are the signs that there is the virus, computer runs slower than usual, unwanted pop-up windows come, programs run automatically, device crashes frequently, missing and infected files are there, changes to your web browser happens automatically, unknown apps and programs appear in your system, and your email account sends spam and phishing emails even at the extreme level, you can say. Then it comes at what is ransomware. So ransomware is a type of malware that encrypts a user's file and demands a ransom to restore access. Like it is a common and dangerous cyber threat. Attacker often use the Trojan Trojans like files to like trick users into downloading ransomware. Attackers may also use credential stuffing attack or purchase credentials from the dark web or to log in into the system and deploy ransomware. And attackers may encrypt files, log the computer, or steal the data or delete the data. And attacker often demand ransom in the form of cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin or pay safe cards are there. And attackers may also demand ransom to prevent data from being leaked or sold online. So we should not pay the ransom. Paying the ransom encourages future attacks and doesn't guarantee the safe return of your data even. Like we should report the ransomware attack to the local law enforcement agencies. Okay. So simply ransomware is something which is very dangerous, and examples are like WannaCry ransomware. And you can just visit the website to WannaCry, you will be getting the idea about it. Then the next come, which is very dangerous once again, that is the Trojan horse. So it is a type of malware that appears to be legitimate program, but actually contain malicious codes. The goal of a Trojan horse is to gain access to a user's computer system. Okay, to the user's computer system. And attackers use social engineering to hide malicious codes within the legitimate software actually. And Trojans are often spread through the email attachments and free downloads. So once downloaded, the malicious code executes the task the attacker designed it for actually. So it steals the sensitive data, spy on users' activities online, the online activities, or gain backdoor access to corporate systems, install other type of malware, corrupt files, reformat the hard drives, cause your computer to crash even. And to avoid the Trojan horse attacks, we should avoid the suspicious website and emails, update the antivirus softwares, use strong passwords. Okay. Then what is worm? Another type of the malicious software is worm. So worm is also known as worm house, and it is not commonly used term actually. Worm horse is rarely used. So simply Trojan horse is different. Worm is different. It is a malicious program that can self-replicate. It is a malicious program that can self-replicate it and spread across the network like a worm, while also carrying additional malicious functionalities like a Trojan horse, allowing to perform future or further actions once it infect the system. So it will be replicating, and it can inject the Trojan horse issues. And the type of worm is basically a type of malware that can automatically replicate and spread across the network without requiring user interaction, often consuming system resources by rapidly copying itself. Okay. Then the next one is botnet or bot. So simply botnet is short for botnet, and short form is bot network. It is a network of hijacked computers and devices infected with bot malware and remotely controlled by the hacker actually. So the bot network is used to send spam and launched distributed denial of service, that is a DDoS attack, and may be rented out to other cyber criminals even. So simply You can say that it is a type of malware that is under the control of single attacking party, known as the bot header. And each machine controlled by the bot header or bot master is known as the bot itself. And like BRNet can act as a plug and play module in the backbone network like RESTnet and its like variants. So simply, it is a type of software or a script that perform the task on the command, allowing the attacker to take complete control remotely of an affected computer. Okay. Then the next one is come as the name spyware and spy. You must be understanding what is the purpose of spyware, what is the meaning of spyware. It refers to the type of malicious software that secretly installs itself on our computer on or you can say on the user's device to gather personal information like browsing habits, like login credentials, keystrokes, and often sensitive data without the user's knowledge or consent, often transmitting the information to the third party for malicious purposes like identity theft or targeted advertising. So the type of malware that functions by spying the user activity without their knowledge. And simply the capabilities include activities like monitoring, collecting keystrokes, as I told you, hidden operations, spyware operation, you can say work in the background, making it difficult to detect even. And it collects various type of information, including the website visits, email, passwords, and even the microphone recordings. And the collected data is usually sent to the cyber criminals who can use it for the financial fraud, identity theft, or targeted marketing even. And some common forms of the spyware include the keyloggers, like recording of the keystrokes, browser tracker, and stalkerware is there, that is monitoring location and phone activities even. The next comes into the picture, that is the rootkit. So rootkit is another type of malware definitely, and it is a type of malware program that enables cyber criminals to gain access to and infiltrate data from the machines without being detected. It covers software toolboxes designed to infect the computers, give the attacker remote control, and remain hidden for a longer period of time. Like rootkits operate near or within the kernel of the operating system, which means they have low level access to instructions to initiate commands to the computer even. And hackers have recently updated rootkit to attack new targets, namely the new IoT, that is the Internet of Things, and to use it, their zombie computers are like the different names you can say. So simply, it is a especially damaging because they are hard to detect and making it likely that this type of malware could live on your computer, live on your computer for a long time, and the person will not even knowing that okay, such kind of software because it is just is like installed on the operating system level, basic operations. Then the DDoS or DOS is the denial of service. DDoS is the distributed denial of service attack. And it is a cyber crime that involves flooding a website or server with traffic to make it inaccessible. And attacker flood a target with requests from many different IP addresses. This make it difficult to distinguish attacker traffic from legitimate traffic. And the target's capacity to consume, it is consumed actually, and it can't respond to the legitimate request even. So simply the system will be becoming very slow and uncontrollable. It is simply like a attack that aims to make a service such as a website unusable by flooding it with malicious traffic or the data from multiple sources with the help of the botnets. Then phishing or spear phishing, that I have already talked about. So simply, phishing is which involves the tricking people to giving them sensitive information, and spear phishing is for the you can say organizations. So spear phishing is for the organizations. Then encryption. Now this is a complete phenomena which will be discussed further also in detail. Separate topic it is going to be. But yes, encryption is the method of scrambling data so that only the authorized users can access it. So it is like a common security tool that protects sensitive information from being stolen or compromised. Encryption use mathematical models to convert the data into an unreadable format called ciphertext. Okay. So like only those who have the keys to unscramble the data can access it. And the process of encryption can range from simple to the complex level also. If you have noticed in WhatsApp, we are having end-to-end encryption, no? So simply encryption algorithms can constantly tested and for weaknesses and replace it found to be vulnerable. If it is not replaced, it will be vulnerable. It will be prone to exploits. Then the next which comes into the picture, that is the biot. That is bring your own device. So simply it is when employees use their personal device for work, you can say. The condition when employees are using their personal devices for the work purpose. So simply the risks are there when we are following the biot systems. Data loss can be there, like employee may accidentally or intentionally leak corporate data when using their personal devices. Malwares can come, people like personal devices may contain malware that could compromise the corporate network. And there are so many, you can say, negative points when the biot is followed. So simply biot refers to a company security policy that allows for employees' personal devices to be used in the business. And this policy sets limitations and restrictions on whether or not a personal phone or laptop can be connected over the corporate network even. So that point also comes here into the picture. I hope I have discussed 20 points and these are clear. In case you have any query, you can tell me.